Biden, Vice President. That was a joke. I heard some changes have been made.
This passed because I love this country.
Prime stars, prime stars.
The question occurs on the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson of the District of Columbia to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States.
I asked for the A's and A's.
Is there a sufficient second?
Now you listening to Prime Stars, Prime Stars.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of The Tape. I'm your host as always, Kenny G's here. Glad you can join us here on The Tape on this Thursday, April 7th, 2022. Yes, what a lot of news we got to talk about. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Tape here on Connect.
Prime Stars, Prime Stars.
Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to this camp. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on The Tape. As we talk about here on the big store, history has been made. Yes, finally, the Supreme Court will be turned upside down because history has been made as Ketanji Brown Jackson has been confirmed as the next Supreme Court Justice in the first black U.S. Supreme Court Justice. Female Justice as well too. Let's look back at how Ketanji Brown Jackson got to this point, making the path to the Supreme Court. Take a look.
This passed because I love this country. The question occurs on the nomination of Ketanji Brown Jackson of the District of Columbia to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States.
I asked for the A's and A's.
Is there a sufficient second? There is, and certainly appears to be, a sufficient second. The clerk will call the roll. On this vote, the yeas are 53, the nays are 47, and this nomination is confirmed.
Senator, I don't have any comment on what procedures took place in this body regarding
What'd you think about
Justice
Kavanaugh here?
Kavanaugh. What I'd like to answer is your points about my sentencings in child pornography cases.
Do you agree with this book that is being taught with kids that babies are racist?
I do not believe that any child should be made to feel as though they are racist or though they are not valued or though they are less than, that they're victims, that they are oppressors. I don't believe in any of that. We're seeing racism play out on this stage, on this national stage, but there are millions of women that experience this every day. We have this kind of notion that in order for black women, women of color, to be considered for a position, we have to be twice as good. We have to be better. We have to be stronger. You know, to put this superhero cape on us and not give us the opportunity to have the full human experience.
The committee has recorded a tie vote on Judge Jackson's nomination to be the Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States.
If Republicans are genuine in suggesting that we need to also work towards restoring faith and confidence in the judiciary, including the highest court in the land, there is no reason they shouldn't be supportive.
I'm reaching out quietly to Republican senators and asking them to join us and make this a bipartisan, historic event. I think that can happen. We're going to continue to work toward that end.
Yes, Ketanji Brown Jackson with a 53-47 vote won and confirmed, and now she joins the ranks of other people like Thurgood Marshall, Sandra Day O'Connor. Why I say those two, because Thurgood Marshall was the first black man and the first black person to be in the Supreme Court. Now Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the third black person into the Supreme Court, with the dubious honor to Justice Clarence Thomas, who's still in the Supreme Court, but he got a lot going on with him and his spouse. We ain't gonna even go there. But Sandra Day O'Connor becoming the first woman to the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court used to be all men. But now Sandra Day O'Connor broke that, and now Ketanji Brown Jackson is making history as well. And congratulations to her on her confirmation. All right, we move on to celebrity news. On celebrity news this week, Aquaman star Jason Momoa is spotted out with Kate Beckinsale. Now we know this love story. We don't know if it was an alleged love story or romance going on, but they met at the Oscars, and they're sparking rumors that they could be in a relationship. Well, we just don't know, but the possibilities are endless. Well, Kate Beckinsale has a dating history. She dated guys like Pete Davidson right here until before pre-Kim. So Kate Beckinsale knows how to get around and get around with her tongue. You know what I'm talking about. Kate Beckinsale like to kiss. You can see right here with Pete Davidson again. Ooh, no wonder he got experience so quick, and now he's moved on to Kim Kardashian. Might be moving on to Northwest next. Watch out, Kim. All right. Speaking of that, in other celebrity news, well, we know everyone's tired of talking about the slap heard around the world. Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith. Well, we've been hearing reports that Chris Rock has hired a law firm, and that gives us an indication whether he will sue Will Smith or sue the Academy or sue Jada Pinkett for just anything. Anytime we'll know in the weeks to come. But Chris Rock ain't forgot about being slapped, and you know, people in his family, people around his circle saying you need to do something to get your revenge. I don't know what that might be, but we'll see coming forward. All right. In talk shows this week. All right, we go to Tamron Hall. Yes, Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall covers the show about people facing phobias around. Well, you know, if you got a phobia, like you might be scared of height, might be scared of rats, roaches, might be scared of oranges or something like that. I don't know. It's just crazy phobias that people are glued to. Where Tamron Hall revealed what her phobia was, and you won't believe what it is. Take a look.
Next show, we're meeting people who are facing their phobias in the shocking ways they were cured. Plus, I face one of my most irrational fears. Next, Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall afraid of cats, adult cats. I seen it all today. I seen it all. Tamron Hall afraid of cats. She likes baby cats, but she's afraid of adult cats. I can get it because you don't know what cats might do. They might come attack you. I get it. But, you know, like I said with a cat, you know what? I'll say that. We on TV. So, hey, yeah, what it is. Alright, speaking of that, and good news as well, in talk shows. Steve Harvey, who was a fixture on daytime talk show, now has his own version of a talk show, being a judge. Well, Judge Steve Harvey has been renewed for a second season. So we'll look for Steve Harvey's antics and antidotes on his judge show once a week on ABC. But it was kind of weird. He had wrestling stars like J.J. Dillon and Kevin Sullivan. It was kind of weird, but who saw that coming? All right. We'll be back on tape. Don't go in there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the tape. I'm your host as always, Kid Dixie. Glad you joined us here on the tape on this Thursday, April 7th, 2022. Thank you all for watching this edition of Tape. First thing first, join in that conversation using the hashtag TapeYellowConnect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the tape. Let's get to the political rundown this week. Yes. Former President Obama makes a rare visit to the White House. Ever since he left office in 2017, after this, you remember that when Trump and was incoming and Obama was outcoming, and the Obamas welcomed the Trumps, and Michelle wasn't feeling it and all that stuff. She kind of, in her book, said she had resentment over Trump, over what he said. Well, now President Obama is looking happy and smiling and gazing. And he found out that his former vice president, Joe Biden, who's now the current sitting president, brought him back to talk about Obamacare, the Affordable Health Care Act. Take a look.
Biden, vice president. That was a joke. I heard some changes have been made by the current president since I was last here. Apparently Secret Service agents have to wear aviator glasses now. The Navy mess has been replaced by a Baskin-Robbins. And there's a cat running around, which I guarantee you Bo and Sonny would have been very unhappy about. We helped save the global economy, made record investments in clean energy, we put guardrails on our financial system, we helped turn the auto industry around, repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But nothing made me prouder than providing better health care and more protections to millions of people across this country. So, but the reason we're here today is because President Biden, Vice President Harris, everybody who's worked on this thing understood from the start that the ACA wasn't perfect. To get the bill passed, we had to make compromises. We didn't get everything we wanted. That wasn't a reason not to do it. If you can get millions of people health coverage and better protection, it is, to quote a famous American, a pretty big deal. And today, the Biden-Harris administration is going even further by moving to fix a glitch in the regulations that will lower premiums for nearly 1 million people who need it and allow 200,000 more uninsured Americans get access to coverage.
Thank you very much. Please. My name is Joe Biden. I'm Barack Obama's vice president.
You saw right there highlights of the Biden-Obama bromance-ship. Obama and Biden still keep in touch, and Obama telling Biden on the phone, like, this what you do, this what you don't do. But it should be the other way around. But since Obama was first in line and Biden leading his command, Biden is taking heed and writing all the notes down. That's what President Biden doing now. And then Kamala Harris, if she become president by some God miracle, you know how they do. But it is what it is. All right, let's move on to newses. On newses this week, student loans have been delayed once again. Now we know that the student loan was supposed to stop and get back in order in May. Well, it got delayed back again to September. I mean, you be the judge. Take a look.
Announcing my administration is extending the pause on federal student loan repayments through August 31st of 2022. I know folks were hit hard by this pandemic, and though we've come a long way in the last year, we're still recovering from the economic crisis it caused. This continued pause will help Americans breathe a little easier as we recover and rebuild from the pandemic. If you need support preparing for payments to resume, visit studentaid.gov. Today I'm announcing my...
Like I said, student loans, it's going to accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And we need to go and pay these student loans off now. I think they're using the pandemic. We're kind of like almost out of the pandemic. Numbers are dropping. But these folks want to use excuses to hold on. What we're going to do, hold these student loans for 10 years? Let's go ahead and get it out the way and go and pay. But people don't want to do that. They want to hold on tight. Go ahead. But, you know, us people, we got a long way to go. And then when we be in some sort of deficit, the student loan debt could have been paid and we pushed it back aside. Wow. Alright, and finally the viral video week, as this little girl, this adorable little girl does this. Yes, she is adorable. She's doing all she can, and we like that. We like feel good stories, feel good moments. So thank you all for watching this edition of The Take this week for April 7, 2022. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you next time for another edition of The Take. See you later.